first corner is the most pressure you're going to feel across this whole race. Getting it off the line is one of the toughest things you can do as you get 5 lights up. And the Bathurst Enduro is underway for split 2 with a great start from the front runners and the TMX boys as well inside of the top 10 as they run round turn number 1. You can see Lawrence has got a good start away. They've kept themselves nice, clean and consistent, Sinka. For the final race of the season, it's a scramble towards turn 1 for the front runners and the whole field in behind. Another Owen leads them through 1 already. Davison and Sinka wanting to try and keep right on the tail of Doug Allen. As the Rowan was finally at the front already as well. Phase there, Katakazina.
Yes, he did.
Laboring still going at each other here. 3 minutes down, we've got 17 minutes to go. They're going to go round a lot of times. It's 1 minute 21 lap times here. They're not going to stop. Shen Rackley fighting out as well. Ray Oliver's got Bradley Wall alongside. Looks like Daniel Harding has had some form of incident. We'll pick up on that one in a minute. But Oliver on the inside, got to come back behind him.
Further back as we're underway, James Scott will lead them up the hill, up towards turn 1. Can they keep it clean? There's already contact with Dolphin and Stone Street on the straight as they run round turn 2. Dodge and Warboy being cautious off the exit of turn 1. What a run off the line, but an atrocity has happened to Troy Stone Street off the start. There's no other way to say Sinka. I think it was him off of Will Brown and just absolutely Superman punches straight into the wall on the left hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Warren Brown V8 Supercar Championship on Tuesday night, where some of the fastest boys in town in a V8 Supercar Gen 3 get around and have a bit of a battle on track. We are tonight at Misano World Circuit. Misano World Circuit is 4.226 kilometres. For those of you who like miles, like James, 2.62. Don't know why they do the historical data sort of stuff, but they still do it out in the States. How are you, James? And welcome to the booth, mate.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here and looking forward to this one. Misano is kind of a unique track in the sense that it's okay. I don't know. I've always had a love-hate relationship with this track. It does a lot of things really well. It does a lot of things that I'm not quite satisfied with, but it's always an interesting place to watch a race at because you have such a unique and diverse set of corners that's always going to trip up the drivers. You know, you kind of got a little bit of everything here.
You definitely do, mate. But one thing that it does do good for us is the fact that there's a lot of runoff everywhere. So they do a lot of bike racing out here as well, which is why they have a lot of runoff. And the V8s don't mind that and we don't mind that either, because it does stop us from having too many safety cars and too many issues. But what I feel tonight, I think there's 40 guys out on track tonight. So I'm gonna just check that. But yeah, there's 6, 37, 38, 39, 40. Because two of the 41st is Tyson, unless there's one more of our boys up there in the list that's mixed up. But what a amazing grid of cars. So we've got pros tonight, pro-ams and ams all out on track fighting as they go. We've done a lot of development in the back end of our broadcast. So yeah, let us know what you think and let us know what you don't like and if things are hard to see. Also, as we go through the night, let us know if there's a particular car you want to see out there on track and someone that you're supporting, like Grandma Lee, who's out there always supporting Mr. Mueller, who's at the moment on the top of the leaderboard as the warm-up is just about to finish, and we're going to open up our qualifying. What's the expectations, James? What are you thinking?
Honestly, I'm not sure what to expect for qualifying. This is going to be a difficult place to qualify at because, you know, I feel like it's going to be hard to get some clean air, get some clean track. This isn't the biggest track out there, and as you said, we got a lot of cars. This is a big field. So trying to get some clean air where you don't have to worry about if someone goes off, maybe getting a little aero wash, it's not going to be easy. And there's a lot of places to mess up with it being, again, such a diverse and unique track. You know, there's the first corner chicane. It's really easy to get that wrong. The track limits here are just really, really out there in the sense that you can use a lot more runoff in some of these places than you'd think. You know, like you can go way off into like the green astroturf grass right there in some places, not getting off track. You can almost like straight up cut some corners without getting off track or a slowdown. So it's really going to boil down to who's figured out those weird little idiosyncrasies of this track is going to be able to put in the real fast laps.
100%. I'm looking at the track map in front of me at the moment. 16 corners. We go around the we'll go for a drive with one of the drivers as they come out, but I'll tell you what, you're spot on. First corner is going to be an absolute cracker because of it's at the end of a very big long straight. The pit lane, actually, if this is correct, comes out and turn at the corner 3, so it blends it all here. So that's actually corner 3 coming out there after the first chicane. So you're coming down here. You've got not a very long little straight, a hard right-hander. It's about more than a 45, another 45 here as well. So you've got like a double apex to look at. Hard left-hander. And then you've got this massive long, after that one, you've got a massive long straight. And it takes you all the way down to corner 8. That actually kink there, they count that as a corner. Then you've got here a really tight left-hander, a nice, very fast left-hand curve. And then a little straight coming up to corner 9. It's got a bit of a kink in it, just there. And then it comes in, so you take it like a double apex. The line through there is going to be different for every car, different style of driving. A nice long straight here, and it's got a kink to the right, so the Curvona, which is called the 11th corner. And not a lot, but trying to keep it flat through the floor through here as fast as you can. And then we've got about a 150-degree right-hander, followed by another one, and a really tight right, and then left we go down the main straight. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. There's going to be lots of places for passing, a lot of heavy braking zones, so it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, and that back section after the long back straightaway, that's always been my most difficult area on this track, because I have the attention span of a goldfish, and sometimes I kind of forget where I am on the track, so I'm like, is this the deep part? Nope, this is the light apex. Okay, this must be the light apex. Nope, that's the deep apex. I'm going off into the gravel. Well, there goes my race. So, thankfully, these guys are a lot smarter than I am, so we shouldn't have to worry about that, but don't be surprised if we do.
I use a track guide all the time, mate. I don't spend enough time in the rig to memorize all of these tracks like Mazzano. It's like you just don't spend enough time out there. Out in the real world, Grandma Lee's out there. Let's go. Let's get it done tonight, Ryan. Cowie at the average simulators. It tricks tonight. Lots of nuances, great car positioning runs. Jet Murray go, Jace Douglas, Scotty Weston, shouting out to all the Kiwis out there, bro. And he'll be joining the EWT boys next week. Mr. Dead, good evening, Steve. Evening, buddy. Grandma Lee. Good evening, Sinka. Don't forget James, guys. He's there as well. It's not just my split personality. There is actually another person in the booth. Cowie, good to see you, Jet, hooking up. Ray Douglas, congratulations to Blake Warboys, our former season champion of last season, getting second in the KA3 Senior Medium Final at Albury Go-Karts in the Gold Power Series last weekend. Cracking effort there, so he's doing an extremely good job out there. Plenty of flapping gums. We're already in the first 5 minutes of qualifying. And we've just got our first time set, which is a 140.934. So there hasn't been a lot of boys out there cracking them. But I tell you what, the cars do look good on this track.
Absolutely, they fit the bill pretty nicely. Like, they don't look out of place here. But then again, I don't know if these cars really look out of place anywhere. And also, I also broadcast the all-oval series with these things, so I don't know if you can take my words at face value when it comes to that. So your mileage may vary.
I'm going to offend a lot of people out there. They might as well be. They're just a chassis with a different face on it, so might as well be an Indy series. I'm a big fan of buy it on a Monday, race it on a Sunday, or race it on a Sunday, buy it on a Monday sort of guy. I like my cars to be the real shell out there. Is Blakey Urquhart missing his breaking point?
Yeah, and then we also had another car go off right there in front. So
yeah, Taylor, the Tasmanian Geelong resident.
Yeah, so everything going wrong there in that corner.
It looks like that double. There's a couple of these double apexes that they're going to be a bit tricky. I think guys that haven't been out there too often, finding different lines and trying to get the car straightened up and it's spinning. Ryan Leonard just sent an early cracking pace of 139.010 in his last lap, and James Scott is followed behind him with a 139.264. Ryan Mueller, who is been on pace so far this season, all 3 rounds he's had a cracker out there. He's in the 139.7s at the moment. And then we're going to the 140s with Billy Mole, Brandon Levin, Stevie Banks, Mitch Noble, Troy Dooley, Christopher Blanchard, and Troy Stonestreet at the moment. So there is literally not even... Yeah, there is a second between the top 13 at the moment.
Yeah, Not one of the closest gaps we've seen. We've been blessed to see some really close gaps with a good chunk of the field here in the first few rounds, but yeah, this one being such a difficult place to understand and master and really get a feel of, I'm not surprised that the gaps are a bit bigger than what we've been accustomed to.
Yeah, 100%. I think as the session goes on, it will get closer and closer. We've still got a lot of cars that haven't set times from 24th place onwards. So Cowan, Trainer, Gray, Mazzaroli, Tomlin, Wayfield's in the safety car. Daly, Alan Mazzaroli, Edwards, Healy, Anderson, Morgan, Williams. So that is a fair few guys still set the times out there. What have we got left? 8 minutes to go. I do miss the SDK ticker down the bottom. It shows us who does what sectors. We'll work on something through there because it just haunts me without it. Hey, stop cheering up my ex-drivers there, Steph. Are you trying to get him across to Apex or something? Go, Jacob Trainer. Eat of it. Get out of it. Steph, Mark Cochran, and I can't remember, and Joshua Horton. Went out solo on Sunday night. For those of you who participated, we had 38 GT3 cars out on track, and it was an absolute cracker at Spa. Next round, I can't remember where it is, but all the drivers, please get in there. If you're registered, you got to come out. And even if you just bumping me off the road, I actually did it to myself 3 times. But it was quite a lot of fun, and we'll call them cadets. The RC cadets did an absolute cracking job. Very proud of the way they conducted themselves and on comms, off comms, and how they looked after the racing. Was very, very well done. Oh, thank you, Laura. Only 2 SRW boys out there tonight. There is lots of X's. Jeez, I'm starting to build up an X list. Brand 11 and good old Brad's out there as well. So it's good to see 2 of my boys out there. There's a few X's out there, but we won't have to mention them, do we?
Yeah, when your teams have been around as long as ours have, you tend to build up a big list of ex-drivers. Unfortunately, it just comes with the territory. People come and go, am I right?
Yeah, skeletons in the closet. Mr. Anderson. Come on, Jace, hit the nitrous bottle. Oh, wouldn't it be great if you did have a push to pass sort of nitro thing. It's looking good out there. Leonard is still the fastest lap out there with 5 minutes to go. 139.010, 139.2, 139.6. Oh, we've got William Morgan's dropped into the 139.734 just then, and Ryan Mueller 139. So we've got top 5 into the 139s at the moment, which is spectacular. Morgan
and look, Ryan Mueller and William Morgan have done the exact same lap time.
And teammates too. Teammates. What's the difference? The funny thing is, the sectors are different. First sector, 26.449 by Williams. First sector by Mueller, 26.402. In the second sector, 39.4 for Williams, and then Ryan Mueller, 38.9. So it all came back to the latter sectors. Wow, that is pretty spectacular. Yeah, very impressive. Very impressive. But it's time's ticking away. Less than 4 minutes. What have we got tonight? We have got tonight. How rude of me. I didn't even go to talk about what our format is for tonight. We've got the 15-minute qualifying. Then we have a 1-hour race. So 60 minutes of out there, elbows out, racing. So there's going to be strategy involved. There's going to be, track temps involved. There's going to be drivers fighting for positions all the way up and down the grid. There's going to be a lot involved here. It's going to be interesting what sort of pit strategies come out of this.
Yeah, because As everyone's aware, an hour is a long time, so you're really going to have to factor that in and make sure that, you know, you're picking a strategy that's going to have your tires last. And I imagine we're probably going to be doing two-stop race similar to what we experienced the last full hour round we had back in the opener at Hockenheim a few weeks ago. So, and we saw some very different strategies between Leonage and James Scott that ended up helping Leonage get a massive lead over Scott after all the pit stops were said and done, with some lap traffic help. So that's another thing we gotta factor in, Steve. We're gonna have lap traffic, something that we haven't had to deal with much with the sprint rounds we've had the last few races.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a factor in tonight. Luckily enough, the tracks are fairly wide, so they can the blue flag cars can position themselves in a fairly decent way. But look, we'll see how they go out there. The way they position their cars, and it's going to be tough. It's always tough, because the guys in the back of the pack that are usually blue flag cars, they're racing each other as well, so they don't want to give up a prime position as well where they can be in an overtaking situation and all of a sudden a faster car comes through. But the smarter thing is always try to tuck in behind the faster car that's coming through and try to get behind that as quick as possible. And the chasing car, if there's a battle pack in that blue flag area, is the smart one to just quickly drop behind and follow him through. I've done that many a times myself.
Well, I will say, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be the easiest track to get out of the way. Yes, it's wide in a lot of areas, but there's also some unwieldy corners that are going to be difficult to go through too wide, because, we got the chicane that's turns 1, 2, and 3, and then right after you got that really tight kind of double right-hander hook type corner that's going to be difficult to let guys through, and then trying to get by guys at the long multi-right apex in the last sector, that's also going to be difficult to try to figure out when to set up a pass on the lap car. So I don't know if it's going to be necessarily that easy in some parts of the circuit.
I don't think it is, and one thing that racing car drivers have got akin with real estate people is they like to take up as much real estate as possible. So they're out there and they try to claim it as early as possible as well. And sometimes they try to dive in there and try to get there in as late as possible to claim the corners too. So we'll see how it goes. But we have got 58 seconds at the moment left of this qualifying session. This qualifying session will continue after the ticker goes. Whoever has passed the start-finishing line within that 15 minutes will get to complete their lap. So the boys that are humming around that last few corners can hopefully still get it out there and get a final lap in. We have got Rian Leonage at the moment leading the boys out with a 1:39. Oh, whoa, a 1:38.957. He's thrown the gauntlet down saying, bang, baby, take that. That is sensational time. He has broken the 39s. James Scott is out there with a 1:39.264, and Ryan Mueller with a 1:39.327. Here's James Scott coming around for his last final pass. Is he going to be able to take the top step? Is he? Oh, not quite. A 1:39.139. Troy Dooley has popped up in the 6th place at the moment. Jordan Mazzaroli and William Morgan are in the pit, so they've got no way of getting out there at the moment. I'm not sure if there is any left out there that are competing for a slot, but the top 10 as we see it at the moment is Ryan Leonage in the top step, James Scott 2nd, Ryan Mueller 3rd, Jordan Mazzaroli 4th, William Morgan 5th, Troy Dooley 6th, Stevie Banks 7th, Billy Mole 8th, Troy Stonestreet in 9th, Brandon Levin in 10th. That's going to be an absolute cracker of a run out of there. Whew.
Yeah, I tell you, there's no bigger flex when you're the only one in a second. Being able to say, I'm the only one in the 38s. beat that. That's so demoralizing to the other competitors. And I know if I was out there, I'd be the only one in one of the seconds too. I'd be the only one in the 47s.
I'd be the only one that can't set a lap time. So the guys that didn't set lap times are Chris Tomlin, Jacob Trainer, Dylan Gray, Wayne Edwards, Brad Anderson, and Jordan Williams. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, 38 cars on track tonight. So this should be an absolute cracker. As we see, who's that? Brett Taylor, our resident Tasmanian in Geelong. He's out there cutting his final lap as he can. Who else is still out on track? Tommy DeWitt's still out there. Excuse me, clearing my throat right on microphone. Let us know if our mics are loud enough, if we're balanced down, if the cars are coming through nice and clear. Nothing worse than missing that little bit of V8 coming down a straight.
Especially these things. You're missing out if you can't hear the roar of these beautiful beasts.
They are a very big, beautiful beast. That'll be a lot of fun to drive, I think. While we've got a little bit of a gap and we're waiting for the racing grid to come up, a special thank you to all our sponsors, especially Warren Brown Tools, who sponsor 2 of our main events and a lot of our special events as well. The ticker has just gone off to the racing start, so that'll come in for a 3-minute timer. Shunt Scenery, Warren Brown Tools, Night Shift Apparel. We've got Phoenix Driver Development, Grib Industries, and mozaracing. So these are the guys that have really come to town and help us open the doors, basically. Without them, we wouldn't be able to put on a show, full stop. We'd be just racing behind closed doors. So ladies and gentlemen, here we have the starting grid at the moment, which is also qualifying positions. Round Leonage in the top, Steph Jamie Scott second, Ryan Mueller third, Jordan Mazzaroli fourth, Will Morgan fifth, Troy Dooley sixth, Stevie Banks seventh, eighth is Billy Mole, Troy Stone Street ninth, and Brandon 11th and 10th place. Grid's getting ready. Unfortunately, James, it goes around the corner.
Yeah, that's not great if you're kind of starting mid-pack on, because you're not even going to be able to see the lights.
But not only that, these boys that are starting actually on the corner, steering wheel is going to be a little bit turned, and it's a great way to rotate the car very easily as well. You can see them there going all the way to just about the pit entrance. You can see the orange pit cones. Even behind that, there's still 2 cars. So, again, the grid is staggered. We noticed that a few weeks ago. We noticed it at Bathurst. It's actually not staggered on this one, but it's side by side. But the actual placement is off center a little bit. Yeah, like at Bathurst, the positionings are left, right, left, right, left, right. But the grid actually did a staggered start the other day, which I never noticed before. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, green flag, we are go, ladies and gentlemen. The Warren and Brown Tools V8 Supercar Championship Tuesday night is off, and Ryan Leonage has taken a beautiful starting off the grid. He is taking it out with James Scott. James Scott has already got pressure by Ryan Mueller, and Ryan Mueller's taking the inside line on the back of him, putting a lot of pressure on Mazzaroli in 4th place. Oh, there's a bit of touching there. James Scott's got his nose in there. He's got a bit of overlap. He's coming to the second right-hander, which he is coming through. It's a double right here. Nice and clean. The different angles you can see from the drivers as they're coming through. Ryan Leonage has got a sensational start. He's already pulled 1.2 seconds. The little battle that James Scott had with Ryan Mueller has slowed them down a little bit, but Scott is putting the foot down as we speak. Mazzaroli has come through there nice and clean. Everyone has come through nice and clean. We've got 2 wide here at the moment. That looks like Billy Mole and Will Morgan coming through with who is that? That's Dooley. I can't really see the colour of the car at the moment. Jace Douglas, it looks like. Yes, Jace Douglas. I heard it. Oi, out there. But what was that, James?
Yeah, Robbie Cohen has went around towards the back of the field. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, look at this. What was that? Who was that in the purple? Was that Jay? Who's that in the purple right there? WKMP. That's Stoney. Stoney fighting it there with Jace Douglas. A little bit of elbows out with both of them, trying to get a bit of area. The Cowie is taking the... No, it's not Cowie. It is Mitch Noble being passed by Will Morgan on the inside line. Great bit of work there by Will Morgan, keeping it nice and clean coming through. He's a bit of a surprise package coming into the season, showing a lot of pace early on straight away. These V8s are ripping it up into my ears like you wouldn't believe. I've got the mic turned up a little bit. It gets me adrenaline a bit more pumping. But here's a replay of one of the little spins out there. Oh, Cowie. He's had a little bit of love there. He's lost control of the rear end. And looked like the passing driver that came through just helped him rotate a bit more. That could be a little bit, that could be a drive and no further action because Cowie has lost traction out of that corner. But we'll leave that to RC because we couldn't see the full impact of it all.
I don't know, because it looked like he kind of slid up and made contact with the blue and orange TMX car. I'm not quite sure of the name yet. But yeah, they made a little contact which knocked Cohen down into the car that ultimately turned him around. So I don't know how race control is going to rule that one because of all the different pieces. So we see almost 3 wide. And then you saw that battle between Mueller and Scott in the first few corners. Mueller wasn't quite happy with that. He got a little bit of a hip check from Scott and he called it in, but honestly, I don't know if I make a ruling on that. I just say it's a racing deal.
I just heard something come through then. I think there's no further action. It was just a little bit of rubbing on the start, but there was Leonard's got an absolute cracking go out there straight away. Like he was on the second or third double right-hander. He was already down 1.2 seconds away. The battle between Scotty and Mueller really slowed them both down. It's so much so that Jordan Mazzaroli, who didn't get a flash start, was right on the back of them straight away. But, ladies and gentlemen, the grid is starting to spread out already. Some of these boys are showing some early pace. And I'll tell you all about it if SDK would stop changing its mind. But they're only a couple of tenths between them. It's like about 6 tenths on average, 5 tenths amongst them. So we're going to see a couple of battles forming early, but then spread out a little bit by the look of it. And then it's going to be a sprint like crazy once they have their pit strategy. I think we're probably looking at about... the track is... not a massive track, so I'd be saying about just after the 30-35 minute mark, somewhere around there. I'm thinking for the pit strategies, but at the moment the ambient temperature is 25 degrees, track temperature is 30 degrees, so I'm not sure how much that's going to play into the tyre wear, and it's a little bit overcast.
Yeah, this isn't really what I consider to be a very tire-intensive track, although I feel like the right sides, especially that, or the left sides, especially that left front, is going to be taking an absolute beating with all these high-speed right-hand turns, like right here, like the loads they're taking, it's not pleasant.
Yeah, you're looking at the pit exit. The pit exit, which is turn 3, the end of the chicane, tight one. Then you've got a hard braking zone with double apex of 4 and 5. Coming all the way down a straight, and then turn 10, really big deep one, and that turns into that kink for turn 11, the Curvono it's called, which goes to the double right handers, and it's all left front tire pressure. It's like there's a lot of it.
Yeah, I think there's only like 3 left-hand turns on this track, so yeah, you're probably gonna want to keep that tire conservation in mind. So we'll see when we start to see that rear its ugly head.
There's a couple of little battles that are starting to form now. Some of these boys are starting to get on top of each other. And I'm just looking for one here at the moment. Blake Urquhart and Brandon Levin are really close on top of each other. They're about 2/10 on the bottom screen, so they're having a bit of a stouch here. But the boys that we're seeing at the top here, again, very, very, very close. I think we've got Stone Street. Is that Stone Street up there? Yep. So we've got Stone Street, Ryan Nielsen, Jason Douglas, and then you see that battle pack behind it is the battle pack of Urquhart and Brandon Levin, who are forming again, all the way down to Michi Nomal, who is the cork in the bottle in 14th place. And then he's got another gaggle of cars like crazy behind him. I'm going to go there. Have a look at this pack. It's just one after the other. They're all waiting for each other to make a mistake. No one's really gone crazy because they know it's an hour and it's a long race. But it'll start happening soon. People will start working out who's on what breaking point and what are they going to do, where they can take advantage of each other.
Yeah, someone's gonna make a mistake somewhere. It's inevitable. You're just hoping that it's the person behind you or in front of you, and not you making the mistake.
100%. It looks like we didn't get Jordan Williams to start. I think he missed the start line, but everyone else did. So we ended up with a set of 38 cars on 37 cars, which is fantastic, considering week in, week out, we are establishing that sort of, look at this inside line.
Yeah.
Oh! Stoney had to really go out wide there for Ryan Nielsen because Ryan took that corner very, very slowly then and tried to bring it in. He brought it in, but geez, that was
yeah.
That was a tough one.
That's a cheeky one. That's a
Yeah.
FIA. Oh, look, I'm ahead at the corner. It's my corner. Oops, sorry. Cry about it type move. And he has radioed it in. That one, I think, is
Stoney has radioed in. He wasn't. Oh, look at this! Oh, nearly. Oh, that's Jason Douglas. Jason Douglas making his way up the field. He's putting pressure there on Ryan Nielsen.
No, and he turns it up.
No. That's Brandon Levin gone with Blake Urquhart. I'm not sure who did what, but oh man, that was
Yeah, you see Levin try to tuck behind Stone Street and Urquhart.
Got tagged.
Yeah.
Urquhart.
Yeah, Urquhart was already there. So
Urquhart's trying to readdress there as well, and he's realised there's too many cars past. There's no point. I might as well go. With readdressing, it's like seriously, it's unless you're in a really open area like Le Mans in the back straight, and no one can catch you, and you can give the position back, and the driver doesn't lose any positions, then go for it. But as soon as in a tight grid like this, as soon as the driver loses more than two positions, there's no point readdressing it because you're going to get a penalty for it either way because of the fact that the driver has lost more than two places. But that's unfortunate. That's racing.
Yeah, and as much as you love seeing that, I honestly don't know if I put that incident on Urquhart. He just kind of filled the gap, and Levin tried to take the space back, and Blake was already there.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. It's not. It could be either way because we at that point when we're watching, we haven't seen who's at the turn in. Has Levin turned in across him? Has he allowed space for the driver on the inside? Was there overlap? Was there this and that? So here we go. 201 is going to readdress to 44. So Ryan Nielsen's going to readdress to Troy Stone Street. That was that little run we saw come in under the corner where Stoney had to go wide, and there the readdress has been done. Nice and clean too, which is well done.
Yeah, Mueller reported the same thing on lap 1, and I definitely felt that the incident with Stone Street Nielsen was definitely a lot more. I don't know if I'd say egregious, but it definitely stood out a lot more than the opening lap 1. So I definitely agree with Race Control's call that it's like, yeah, it's a bit too cheeky there. Give it back.
Yep, slap, off you go. I've got the second camera down at Brett Taylor. This is the fighting down the bottom of the grid. I can't even tell who's what in the zoo, whether they're pro-ams at the moment, but we'll get through that when it goes to the normal timing tower. Maybe we'll work on a split timing tower as well, Kobe. I know I just keep giving Kobe more and more work, James, don't I?
No comment. Yeah, no comment.
Oh, Dylan Gray's having a good crack here on the back of Mulford, I think it was. He's disappeared on my camera.
And I think someone behind this battle almost lost it going on to the long back straightaway. But, oh, they're so close. Oh, he got one of the Pellies looking to the inside.
He's still not finished. He's still trying to get the inside line, but that acute line there is slowing him down a bit. I think he's just got to pick a better posse for it because he's losing that little bit of pace on it, and he seems to be faster at the moment too. He's getting out of the corners better.
Yeah, and there's better places to try to make the move, like right here, sending it up into the turn 1 chicane complex. I think it's going to be a great idea, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to Mulford this time. Nope.
All those acute little passes there, cute angles. Oh, that could be a slowdown there as well.
Oh!
Inside line, he's touched him.
Touched, and around goes Mulford.
A little bit too much love. He's
yeah.
I'll call that in, but he's 778 Blake Urquhart incident responsibility. Oh, that was the incident between Brandon Levin and Blakey Urquhart. He's got himself a drive through there. Okay, they've called that one in. If Jay, who was it? It was I forgot the driver's name now. Well, who was the bump then?
You mean the
Dylan Gray was Mulford and Gray? Yeah.
Oh,
look at this.
Noble kind of got shoved out the track too, and
Yep. Jacob Trainer's on the outside line there, 3 wide almost there, with Di Feldman in the middle there, coming through it. It's Martin Lipsky side by side there with Jacob Trainer. Is he going to yield? He has just yielded. He still hasn't figured it up there. Lipsky is still trying to get in and under him there. He's got him under brakes. Whoa! Wow. Under brakes.
Oh, crossover!
Trainer's not finished. He's got him back under brakes. He over it. Under. Great bit of driving and respect from those guys, but that has also opened the door there for Craig Healy to come in there and say, "G'day, I'm going to join this pack and start to have some fun as well."
That was beautiful. That is just an absolutely perfect example of overtaking. That's just some fantastic racing.
Yeah, we got Dylan Gray has got his drive through that, which we suspected he would. What I was going to say was he tried to take an acute angle through the double apexes, and it slowed him down. And then instead of trying to stay in underneath the car and come out for that final corner, so he's nice and tight behind him and take advantage of it, he was trying a little bit too early. Just a little bit of overdriving there. Bit of patience. He probably would have got it done because he had the pace out of the corners really well and could have utilised that out of the final corner down the main straight. So it's unfortunate now. He's got to drive through. But you know what? There's still 45 minutes of racing to go, mate, so anything can happen.
Absolutely. You never know. We could get that fabled safety car after he serves it, and he'll be right back in the thick of things.
True, that unicorn, that safety car.
and yeah, like we mentioned briefly, Blake Urquhart was the black flag for the incident with him and Brandon Levin, and I don't know if I really agree with that. It's kind of
from the view we had, mate. It's like it's all down to it's all going to be like when Levin's turned into that corner. Where was Urquhart? Did he have overlap at all? Did he just dive it in? You know what I mean? There's a lot of factors that we can't see when it comes from here. Yeah.
So I think how race control ruled it is the fact that it was a bit of a late move, and he wasn't quite that far alongside. You know, he was maybe at most, I'd say, nose past the rear axle, and I think I'm being generous on that front. But like at the same time, you know, if you're making the move that Levin is, and you're trying to go around the outside, and there's a car right behind, you know, you have to be able to anticipate that that car behind you is going to try to fill that hole, and trying to close it up immediately maybe isn't the best decision, and it ended up, you know, that happened. So that's
100%.
why that's why I didn't really quite put it on Urquhart, but you know,
Yeah.
I do see race control's logic in how they called it, and you know, you can look at it and go, you know what, that's fair, even if that's not what you would have ruled yourself if you were in the same position.
But as I said, look, they're looking at a completely different angle to us. We saw the front end angle, so it's completely different. But these boys here on screen at the moment, Ryan Nielsen, Jason Douglas, I think it was. My brain just went blank then. But these guys are having Jason Douglas, it is, Stoney and Mitchy Noble are having a great little fight there. Chris Blanchard's caught on the back of this pack. Peter Pav and John Gallen, Travis Daly and Dave Arney have all caught this pack. So now we've got a 7-8 car line of cars just following each other, going for it like crazy, waiting for one to make a mistake. And good old what is his name? Troy Stone Street has just packed them. He's taken off about 3 seconds on them at the moment.
Yeah, he didn't like the incident with Nielsen, so he's just like, all right, I'm just gonna leave you all in the dust, and just took off. A couple seconds, almost 4 seconds ahead, honestly. So we see these two up at the front of this pack continue to battle. Saw Douglas.
Great guns. We're actually having a maneuver here.
Oh, but here comes Noble looking.
I think Rian gave that to him. Unless he had a slowdown or something, but he's backed off heaps there. Like he was, James Scott was like 2 tenths behind him. I don't know if we can watch that back just then, because don't know if he had a slowdown or what it was. James Scott was catching him. So there he is. There's Rian there at the front, coming on the inside line. No, he's pretty clean. What's happened here?
Yeah, that's got to be a slowdown, because, yeah, look at that. He's just putting around.
It must have been something earlier there. There was nothing in that corner, double apex, where he'd gone too wide. So that's an interesting one to see. We'll have to speak to the boys afterwards and see what that. Oh, maybe RC could tell us as well. Was there a slowdown there for track infringements? Not, but that has changed positions, viewers. James Scott has now taken the lead, and he is 6 tenths up on Riyad Leonage. The fastest on track is still Leonage. It's a 139.59. So interesting to see how these boys keep going out there and battling it on. Ryan Nielsen and Mitchy Noble, former teammates, have just changed a few places.
Yeah, they certainly did. Noble and Nielsen were off track, and they're losing a whole lot of spots now. They are completely covered in a flock of pelicans.
Let's see if we can have a look at that. I'll put the button for James Scott and the boys there on the bottom of the screen. Is this the replay we see at the moment?
No, this is live action.
Live. Look at this.
Oh boy.
That's that pack we referred to earlier on. These boys are just going for it.
Oh,
a bit of loose spin around
sideways.
Yeah, have a look at that. Tucked in nicely. There's a fair few pelicans in this mid-pack too. It looks like there's a couple of my boys in there too. Where you at, Kobe? He's in the back, mate. We've silenced him.
Yeah, this is the
Mitchy Noble. And
yeah, Oh,
that could be on. Oh, both very lucky. Both very, very lucky. Oh, that could have gone either way really bad. They've only lost 2 spots between them and hardly any damage. But, I don't know. If Mitchy has pushed him all the way on the grass, it could be there. It's been hard from our angles. But,
yeah, I don't think, looking from that view, I don't think Noble gave Nielsen enough room on exit. It was, it's kind of funny. It's Nielsen is on the receiving end of what he did to Stone Street.
It could be, yeah. It looks like Mitch wanted his pie, and also the other pie as well.
Yeah, this is,
But,
oh,
yeah,
that could be on.
have a look at this. That's that pack we referred to earlier on. These boys are just going for it. Oh, beautiful steer around.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nielsen's like, hang on, mate, I'm already here. I'm not going anywhere. They're side by side once again.
Nicely. Mitch just tried to get out wide there to get the car straightened up a bit quicker than you just see that. Tried to get a bit exit, but it didn't work for him.
No, it didn't.
No, not at all. Not at all. It sort of, if anything, put him out wide. Bit of evasive action there. It's not a move under brakes, but a defensive line. He's taking the inside line nicely. Clever move there. Clever move there, making sure Mitch doesn't get that little spot back. Great little fighting, this little battle pack here. There's third car now involved there as well. Mitchy Noble has now got pressure from the front and on the back. He's learning the hard way what tough racing is.
Absolutely is. Once again, he's surrounded by birds with the Pelican cars around him. He's trying
to get out of the way. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah, he's trying to get out of the way. Oh god, Wayne got damaged, maybe.
Yeah, because he still wasn't quite picking up the pace afterwards. So
we are at the 37-minute mark. So we have had so far 23 minutes. So 37 minutes left. We'll probably see some people thinking about what they're doing with their fuels. At the front, James Scott is on fire. He's sitting there over 140s his last lap. Leonard's 140 as well, but he's pulled 2 seconds of teammates.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Travis Daly was involved, so I don't know who did what, but yeah. Let's see.
I think. Missed it by blinking. The call was car 250 not impressed. Not sure which one was called Racing Incident, but I think that was that one earlier on. But the boys here are still setting it alight. Rian must be doing some fuel saving or something, I think, at the moment, because he's dropped his pace right down. His fastest is a 140, 139.59. He's doing 140.5 at the moment. So he's not really screaming it a lot, but so is James Scott. He's doing 140.3 that last lap. So they've dropped the pace a considerable amount, starting to look at fuel strategies, and Rian has got the better of the two so far as pit strategies so far this season. So it should be very interesting to see how it goes on forward from here.
Yeah, that's
Daly and Oliver down the back.
Yeah, I'm looking for that.
I just mentioned it.
The WK&P cars around coming onto the back straight away. Tommy DeWitt. See, going into the hairpin and just a little too much rear brake, perhaps. And wow!
Held it. He's just held it. He's done well. He's pitched the nose down and managed to keep it on the black stuff, and off it went. Nice work.
Yeah.
Look at this. These boys here. We got Liam Amos here, fighting it out with the Who's that?
Yeah, is that Burkhardt?
No, that's DeWitt.
Yeah.
Behind him. Yep.
Yeah, Amos and
Blake
Burkhardt
cut in front of him.
battle.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an interesting entry into the corner. It's like Blake thought at the last minute, oh, I'm going to go defensive line. Whoop.
There we go. Oh, there you go. Mitchy Noble starting to give racing room with car 201. He's got himself a drive through. That's the one we looked at earlier on with Ryan Nielsen. So, ex-teammates getting the elbows out. Actually, both my teammates as well. Yeah, them do. But at the moment, we've got 34 minutes left on track. It looks like that's Brad Anderson going into the pits at the moment, the first of the starters, which is doing his drive-through. Scotty James Scott is our lead driver for the pros, followed by Ryan Leonard and Ryan Mueller. In the Pro-Ams, we've got Troy Dooley up in the top spot, followed by Andrew Cowan, and I can't wait to see. Here we go, and I think it's Blanchard in third. Then we have in the AMs, Brett Taylor leading Ray Oliver in the AMs at the moment. So, good little battle fights there. Lipsky's in third place. No, Healy. No, that's Di Fieldman. It's hard to tell with this ladder. But they're having an absolute cracker at the back there too.
Yeah, a lot of cars are bringing it on to pit road, so I think that's messing with the tower a little bit. Oh, this is close.
Nice and tight. Jace Douglas got the inside line there. Nice work there. Got Christopher Blanchard there. Blanchard and Douglas still going down the line. Blanchard's taking the outside line.
Wow.
Douglas is get the elbows out. Got him out a little bit of room there just to get it through. Nicely done. I'm not sure what race control just said there, but I think there's something about calling something in, but I missed it completely, which sounded a bit interesting. But these little the fights we're seeing so far, it seems to be a fair bit of draft involved, and they're just taking each other out, coming out of the corners, and then it is swapping again. Oh, Ray Oliver. So I think 777 Travis Daly got himself a penalty.
Yeah, for that.
With 3 cars we saw.
Yep. And there he goes to serve it.
All right, we are down to 28 minutes left.
Oh.
At the moment.
Right, just kind of... And he's had a little bit of front damage for pretty much most of the race. I actually remember seeing it around like lap 2 or 3. He's had that for a while, but not quite sure where he picked it up.
That's what you're talking about?
No, Oliver.
Oliver, okay. Yeah, he's been doing a little bit of gardening duties as well. He's had a few little offs on his own, which have cost him some time. Will Morgan is his SDK's decided to do something completely strange here. My SDK tells me that Billy Molly's leading the race, Jordan Mazzarelli second, believe it or not. It's the weird things.
I'm sure they really wish that was the case, but Leonage and James Scott have other things to say about that.
They do. And they're doing a lot of saying about it because they're driving very close to each other and having a cracker. As usual, setting the pace in this series. Ryan Mueller was keeping up with them for a little while, but not so much. There's Brandon Levin coming in to the pits. So we're starting to see some pits coming in. Stone Street, Levin, Ryan Nielsen, Brett Taylor all pitting at the moment. Maybe a bit of trying a bit of undercut there. We're at the 30-minute marks, so it's right on the noggin. They're going to be out there and on track. Stony's already leaving. I don't know the way this pit exit goes. It goes all the way around past the first part of the chicane and then straight to the second part of the chicane. But it's a fairly long exit. And is he got the foot down yet? He will get the foot down now. Bang, he's good to go.
It's very agonizing. Yeah, how long you're on the pit limiter for, it's painful. It feels like an eternity.
Ray Oliver, Mitch Noble on the bottom screen. Mitchy Noble has just taken over Ray Oliver, nice and clean. Not too much hard work there, but Ray is not giving up that spot lightly. He definitely has that damage. Oh, look at this under brakes move. Oh,
wow.
He thought about it and then thought better about it, I think. It looked like I'm going to go for it. Oh, maybe I better not go for it because it looked like he might have lost a few panels on the way through it. Here we go. Big pits coming through. Mueller, Mazzarelli, Mole, Banks, Julie Douglas, and Blanchard have all gone in the pits. Or car 777 is retiring from too much damage. Was that what he said?
I couldn't quite make it out if he was. I'm gonna go back and research that. I couldn't quite make it out.
So we've got a few people. Did James Scott and Rian just come out of pits then?
Oh! You can't park
Cowie.
there!
Cowie, pit exit, decided to put the jangle down and mangled it. Look at that! Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Yeah, that's going to go on the highlight.
And that was right in front of the leaders.
Look at this Zipka. How did he get a full rotation?
I know, and like, look at that.
That was-
That's the
that
top
was-
two
yeah.
right there. Like,
oh no!
I know we have the rule in this league about holding your brakes, but I think that's the one exception where it's okay if he doesn't hold his brakes.
He's cooked, mate. That front of that car's gone, and he's got no choice but to keep driving around now, and probably down the pits. That he's done an Austin Powers there. He's done 50 turns in one spot. That's till that car up. Yeah,
He's racing a modified now.
yeah. Look at this pace here. These two. Oh, no, I was going to say teammates. It's Jonathan Gallen. We've seen Jonathan Gallen having a hell of a lot of pace in the last few rounds, but he is down in 20th place. Now he's thought about that. He's taken the inside line. Looks like that might have been a slowdown there by Butler. He's let him through by the look of it.
Yeah, Gallon's on the recovery drive after that incident with Daly and his teammate in the turn 1 chicane.
Yeah, 100%. Still a few pitters to go through at the moment. It looks like we've got Jacob Trainer, Mitchy Noble coming through right now, as we can see them. Former teammates, also racing for different teams now. Stuck to each other like glue tonight. There's a lot of racing together. But everyone has gone now through the pits, and that'll bring us back to normal runnings. Biggest movers tonight. Let's see once these boys come out, because that'll tell a different story.
Then there's a little bit of argy-bargy with Robert Baxter and I think Dave Arney.
These two, quite. Looks like the moves are getting quite easy, aren't they? It's just they're very. We haven't seen too much door bagging. Oh, careful outside the pits, there, boys. You can't make contact in the pits. Oh, they're playing with each other now because they're mates.
Yeah, I think it was actually Robert Baxter and Craig Healy. Timing and scoring hadn't updated yet.
Yep. Banksy just called something in. Cowie, yep, not much practice again. Shows car damage. See you all next week. Yeah, mate, that sucks, mate. Unfortunately, but you did something that I would probably do. No practice and do a nice pit in the pit lane. The biggest mover tonight so far has been Jacob Trainer up 22 places, and Dylan Gray up 18 places. So some cracking drives out there at the moment.
Mays and I think Alan Mazzaroli fighting hard. And then Mitchell Noble had his own moment kind of going off track. So a lot of stuff going on right now.
There's the replay here of Alan Mazzaroli.
No.
Green boss livery.
No,
he's just mistimed it. He's just mistimed them. Completely cold tyres. Oh, wow.
And it was Mays and Lipsky that had the incident. Once again, timing and scoring not updating properly. Oh! Yep. There's
Okay,
Noble's
so 85 needs to readdress to 007 to 007. I'm not sure who 85 is though. Things do it. My
85
SDK
is
Walford. Tim Walford. Yeah. My this SDK has just gone up the clacker. It's completely gone.
No kidding.
I've got Stevie Banks winning the race at the moment. Troy Dooley in second, Billy Mole third, Stone Street fourth, Ryan Nielsen fifth. It's going nuts.
Yeah, I can't figure out who's who either because of it. So yeah, all kinds of things going goofy right now. Whoa!
Was there a horse on the field you were trying to pull up? What was that?
No, Lipsky almost clobbered whoever it hit. I think that might be. I'm not sure if it's Mulford or Baxter. Their cars are very similar, but yeah.
Oh, there it is! Oh, hit Baxter. Baxter's hit Mulford, and they've completely gone around. Lipsky has just done the triple, and we're not. Oh, look at this!
Oh, wow!
No. Oh no! That guy had to go right off track. Whoever that is had to go right off track to avoid both those guys. Both those guys would be lucky not to get drive through for poor re-entry. So if you have a look here, Lipsky's gone bang. Oh no, Baxter's hit him already.
Yeah, they got each other.
Then Lipsky's hit him again. Oh,
yeah.
That could be on Baxter.
Yeah, because Lipsky had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he was just a passenger, so that was a driving for him. But this here, both of them.
It looked,
and then it looked cool around the out and nearly hit him too. Oh, yeah. I think both those might get a bit of a slap on the tickle or a bit of a drive through.
Yeah, it looked cool until it wasn't. 007 there, that was a view to a kill.
Yep. How's our boys at the front going at the moment? They're still tearing it apart. Yep, I've got them on the bottom screen at the moment. Oh, you've got them on the top screen as well. And they're still going hell for leather. Haven't had much of a show for them tonight. Sorry, viewers. I've got 3 screens here, and I keep looking at one and not moving the mic with me. So I've got to roll the body around instead of just moving the head around. What is Mulford, a rolling roadblock? Yeah. Well, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. But we've got how many minutes left? We have got 18, 12. What is it? 22 minutes? Yep, 22 minutes. 21 left, and we have got all the drivers have done their pit strategies. We don't anticipate any more, but the boys are out there going hell for leather. Leonage is finally starting to catch James Scott. He has got that lap time right down. His fastest lap so far is a 1:38.938. So he's done a cracking lap there, and he's 6/10 behind him at the moment. So we're going to see the last 20 minutes is going to be a bit of a sprint with these boys. 077's called something in. Blue flags. Where is all the action? Where is all the action, you ask? Jacob Trainer, Mitchy Noble, and Brett Taylor down the back. Having a little bit of fun.
Yeah, and the lead duo, they have absolutely set sail on Mueller. He's like 12 seconds behind these two.
Yeah, 100%. These boys, I'm just going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to go cockpit cam. Oh, that's not a very good view, is it? That is not a very good view at all.
Look, it's the roof cam.
It looks terrible, doesn't it? We'll go roll bar. That's a bit better.
There we go.
But even that's pretty ordinary. We'll go nose. There we go. We'll go nose. That's Leonard's chasing down James Scott in the little weapons that they're called Gen 3s. Are they both in Mustangs? No. Leonard's in the Mustang. Oh, the rear end of Leonard's there has got a fair bit of slip coming through. His slip angle was pretty cool. Gyro's a good one, but again, not really enough view for this.
And not really enough elevation change either to show off the wonders of the gyro cam.
Yeah. That's probably the best one. In front of the nose, you can actually feel the pace, feel the speed as you're coming through there, because it's so close to the ground and how close they've got a few blue flags there. If you can just see in front of them, that are starting to get in the way. So Leonage is going to put the pressure on at the moment. He's 7/10 coming through there. Blue flags are pulled away nicely. Great work. Leonage has got two drafts to go through, and he's caught behind one of them at the moment. That is one of the three boys. Oh, get out of the way, Sunshine. Get out of the way. Slow down and move wide. Slow down and move wide. Come on. That's it. Get out of the way. And Leonage is on the hunt again. Listen to that sound. I'm going to shut up, all right? I'm not sure. Oh, you can't pick up the sound from my screen, can you? No. That defeats that. If we go for the cockpit, I'll just shut up and listen to this gear changes. How's that? How good's that sound?
Beautiful.
Yeah. That was a turn up the volume moment, that was. Don't you see out there, DQ, BJ Adams, DQ, what is it, Mulford? I don't know who DQ is. 007 unsafe rejoin on lap 21. Who's 007?
Baxter, that was the 3-car incident we saw a little bit ago. They ruled no further action, but Baxter is being given a drive-through for that unsafe rejoin that we were kind of anticipating.
Yes.
As Noble and Trainer, they have been battling pretty hard the last couple laps. We're side by side.
They've had a lot of action tonight. I almost don't want to put them on camera again because they've been having so much fun together, these boys. But it's I'll put it on Trainer because he's the middle car out of the three. So you've got Mitchie Noble, Jacob Trainer, and Brett Taylor, the three there. Trainer is the middle car in the purple, and the boys have been going hell for leather. Up front, mate, what can I say? These boys have just had it their own way. Ryan Mueller, very quiet run tonight. He dropped 2 places in the start, and he's pretty much stayed there in 5th place. Now that I've just mentioned it, if I'm correct, Stoney is just what's going off Mueller? Is he dropping, or is this just my SDK?
I'm not seeing anything connection-wise.
He's dropped down like something must have gone wrong. Yeah, it looks like Ryan is having hardware issues at the moment because he is there he is there, down at 20th place. All the way down at 20th. So I'm not sure what's happened there. On the bottom screen, there he is there. So he must have had some sort of issues that he's backed right off because the pace has dropped right off on that turn. But it also changed the front end as well. Like, now he's back in 3rd. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, and I haven't seen any pace loss either. So it seems like he just did a 140.8, not the best lap, but still a solid lap.
Yeah, maybe it's his connection that's faded and then dropped him all the way down. And then come back to reality and let us know. But Ryan Mueller is sitting on the 3rd row at the moment. He is 15 seconds off the pace from around Leonage and James Scott. Leonage is drifting in and out from 1 second gap to 1.2, just cruising through it. He knows that all he needs to do is really finish behind James Scott, and he'll still have the lead in the series. We've got the ladders which we'll go through, which is previous to this round, obviously, at the end of the race. But at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, we've got James Scott in the top step, followed by around Leonage, 3rd row, Ryan Mueller. Mueller is got his teammate Will Morgan. They finished around each other last week as well too, so they're on pace for each other too. He is a further second behind. Jordan Mazzaroli in 5th place. Billy Mole in 6th place. Stevie Banks in 7th. Troy Dooley in 8th. Daniel Clutterbuck. Good to see Clutters up there at the moment. Just being passed by Peter Pav, Dave Arney, and John Gellin around that bunch. So it's some amazing driving out there. Boys have been very respectful tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, not too many crashes, get-togethers, or any other chaotic moments. Obviously, we've had a few, but, you know, still a pretty clean and straightforward race for the most part.
It has been very much. And even the blue flags are getting out of the way. Have a look at this. Oh, get out of the way, guys, get out of the way. Oh, she's done well. She's done very well. She's done
beautiful.
She hasn't done the over-under. She's done the under-over.
Oh, someone went straight off.
Yeah.
Robert Baxter just yeeted it off into the gravel.
Yeah. Yes, Grandma, the tower has kept him there, but our second timing screen has had him drop all the way down. So it's the second timing screen is one that the internet plays up. Oh, Baxter doing a little bit of feng shui patterns in the gravel. Oh, look at that dust. Hay fever galore for these peeps. We are down to the last 12 minutes. Fuel stage strategies have gone out the window, or we think we have anyway. We haven't seen anything change just yet, but maybe in the last 5 laps we will. We have seen people in races like this come in the last few laps just to make it across the line. Tell you what, there's still a little bit of a difference of line there from Rian and Scott. Both very fast drivers, but you can still see quite a difference. Can we get a blimp shot that's not too far away so we can see their race lines? So you can just see the way they're tackling the corners a bit differently, one from the other in the other view. Let's see if it's obvious from up here. Nice and early there. Both early on that corner, both taking a double apex, very similar. It looks like actually that Scott hit that second apex a little bit harder. They're just not close enough at the moment to have them screened, are they? There's just a slight variation. I guess it's got to do with car setup and driving style too.
Yeah, and that's always cool to see and break down. You know, there's more than one way to tackle these corners and corners on any track. So it's always interesting to compare the differences and how the top guys make their speed and how they try to get through the corners.
Yeah, 100%. And as we... is that a replay? That's a replay, yeah. Is he done it again? No, that must have been a replay. Look at this bottom screen. This is so tight. We've got a car getting out of the way, and the boys are coming through. There's a nice little battle pack there with Brett Taylor, Ray Oliver, Di Feldman, Blake Urquhart. They're all going for it hell for leather. Brett Taylor is having a reasonably good night tonight. We haven't seen him shine like a diamond like he has in the past few seasons. Almost broke out into a song there, boys. Shine like a diamond. But Brett Taylor's putting some pressure on
it, ladies and gentlemen.
I get the, you can't see it, but I'm twerking.
Oh no, I didn't need that image in my head. Curse you! It's gonna haunt my nightmares.
If you watch SpongeBob and SquarePants,
way more than I should.
When the starfish, that's me. Oh, look at this, too wide coming in the bottom there.
Whoa!
Nice and tight there. That's Brett Taylor leading Ray Oliver and Ryan Mueller. That's not Ryan Mueller. This thing is going crazy. I'm giving up. SDK. In the bin.
Go home, you're drunk.
In the bin. Tonight, there's no even point looking at it anymore. But these boys are still put on a cracker of a show. There's 9 minutes to go. Fuel strategies are out the window. James Scott and Ryan Leonage are just going for it. Leonage, maybe there's still full strat there between these top few guys, but I don't want to bet on it, to be honest. They're sitting at 147s, probably about a second off their normal pace, their quality or their fastest laps anyway for this round. And but they're definitely fuel saving, I reckon, or just cruise control.
Yeah, definitely not the pace we have been seeing from them.
Looks like Scotty Weston reckons that Mr. Taylor is first in class. Can we see the full grid at the moment, mate? At the moment, we've got James Scott, Round Leonardo, and Ryan Mueller in the pros. Troy Dooley in the pro-ams, leading out Blanchard and Arnie for second and third. Then we've got Brett Taylor, Ray Oliver, and Di Feldman, the top three in the AMs. Good old Di getting up there. No wonder Stephanie was getting a bit excited a bit earlier on, yelling it for the girls. Brandon Levin's putting some pressure on Jason Douglas at the moment, if SDK is telling the truth. Definitely not going to make a swear on the Bible. Some cracking pace from these boys.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to get a lot more spread out. The tires are giving up, the cars are giving up, but you know what? The drivers certainly aren't. But yeah, just only so much some of these sets of tires can do.
Yeah, we haven't really seen anyone start to lose the front left. We didn't anticipate. Maybe it's just not as visible from us because they're compensating with their braking, but even these boys down the back, you know, they're having a cracker out there. Brandon Levin and Jason Douglas, they've been up and around each other all night. Brandon Levin is actually coming back to some form. He was pre-SRW form. So when he first started, his pace was really good, and he sort of dropped off a little bit, probably because of work. But this season, his pace has come back quite nicely. Not only in these cars, but also in the GR86s too. Look at that. He's on the back of him here. He's got a bit of pace coming in there on the braking zones. Look at that. He's braking a little bit later. He's gone for the wider angle, get the opening up a bit earlier. Can he get it over under? Not quite, not the right spot for it, but if he gets it nice and close, this is where he needs to be really, really close. Hunting him down. He's just got away from him a little bit there. All right, last few corners is where he gets it now. This is where he wanted to be right on his bumper, and he wasn't. Jason did really well pulling away those last two corners to get away from him to avoid the tow down the main straight. Two different driving styles too.
Absolutely, and you saw Douglas do a little bit of a defensive move there a few corners before, and it really helped him kind of stave off the and he overcooked it. No, there goes all that hard work.
Pressure. All the pressure.
And the easiest passes Levin will ever make. But Douglas is not done.
Douglas doesn't give up at all, mate. He will keep fighting to the very end. He's like a little pit bull, that one. He's very passionate and very he's a decent little driver. But that's the difference between these two guys. Levin is a very smooth driver, and Douglas is a little bit more aggressive on the wheel. Look at this inside line. Not a bad move, but I don't know if it was going to be on. That's a bit of a tough one there. I think that they could also be on dying, not realising he was there, but he was in there. We'll leave that to the boys. My brain can't decipher these things at the moment.
Yeah, she hit her sorry keybind after that happened. So
yeah,
yeah.
Look at this, dude, this.
Wow.
This is a top 10 fight here. This is a top 10 fight. This is Brendan Levin in 7th place and Jason Douglas in 8th. This is the fight so far tonight that's been heating up. The battle pack we had earlier on with Noble Gallen, Gray, Trainer, Brett Taylor has gapped out a little bit. Taylor, I think, has decided that, or he's heard over the grapevine that he's got that main spot.
Steve, I hate to burst your bubble, but this is not a top 10 battle.
No,
They're
it's not.
11th
This is
and
7th and 8th. Oh no, it's not even 7th and 8th. This is what SDK is telling me.
12th. Yep. SDK let you down again.
Again. Where are they?
Watching.
What's going on with Urquhart? Has he got damage here?
Yeah.
He's blown the engine. I think he's blown the engine.
Wow.
Yep.
Did he money?
I think he's blown the engine. He might have tapped the limiter by accident. He's done something to the car there. I can't see the smoke coming out of that or not, but there's definitely damage to that car.
Yeah, he towed and retired. I'm gonna go on board and see if I can hear anything.
So, Kobe, tell me, what position was that fight for Jason Douglas and Brandon Levin? Was that 8th and 9th? 11th and 10th, okay. 11th and 10th, okay. So SDK is missing a couple of drivers ahead of them. But these boys are still battling it away on track. The only other fight that we've got at the moment is Dylan Gray on the back of Michi Noble. And then we've got the boys that are at the front of the grid, just in cruise control. So they're having a cracker here. Just enjoying the scenery of this fantastic track.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice track to look at. I do like how a lot of the runoffs are painted.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice lines. Especially right here past the
Dylan Gray's on the inside of Michi Noble.
Gave him a little hip check too, I think.
Nice clean move. No, it was pretty good. Michi tried to come back and defend it a little bit, but had no chance of it. That was he's gone a little bit. He's left the door open here. A little bit of touch. He's seen that he's there, and he's a little bit of love, but nice move. Yeah. Nice move. Both live to fight another day. I'm sure that's not over, that fight, because that'll keep going. Jason Douglas and Brandon Levin on the top screen, still going for it as well. I'll go back to Leonage for a bit to get these boys up the front, a bit of camera time as well, because they've hardly been on tonight. They've been there in their own little world. It's a long season. We are at round 4.
Oh, they're side by side.
Oh! Nice work.
Oh!
Nice work. Oh, he's taking the inside line. He's giving him space to give him space. Oh, no. They've both given each other a nudge. So we'll see how that one comes out. I think rubber's racing, as they call it, but there could be something there for race control to look at, but no one's called it in, so they're probably both thinking, yeah, we're both racing tough.
Yeah, and I think there might have been some netcode, because I was also watching it on my end, and I swore I saw a little bit of a gap between both cars when Levin started to get sideways.
Yeah. Back to live. This is James Scott. We are down to the last few corners. This is the final lap, viewers. It's coming down the Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Championship, round 4 at Mazzano, and these boys have had it all on their own at the very front. James Scott is leading the field, followed closely by Ryan Leonage and Ryan Mueller. In 4th place, Will Morgan, Trostone Street, Ryan Nielsen, Brandon Levin, James Douglas. I'm not even going to read that list because it is not correct. Billy Mole, Banks, Dooley, Stone Street, and Nielsen is your top 10 from those boys. And you can see James Scott coming through there now. Cars are getting out of the way for Ryan, giving him plenty of space. He's done what he's needed to do to get the points that he needed to get through there. 3rd place is Ryan Mueller, and I've got him on the bottom camera at the moment as he's coming through. He's having a bit of a solo run as well, mate. The first quencher. Where are we? We are across the back straight. James Scott is coming through the double right-hander. taking both apexes really clean.
Oh,
Track.
meanwhile, there was some puntage in the back.
Some puntage in the back. Here we
Yep.
go, ladies and gentlemen. Last few corners. He's got a left and he's got a couple of rights. And ladies and gentlemen, the Warren Brown round 4 champion for the night is James Scott. Takes it over the line, followed by second place of Ryan Leonard. Third place, Ryan Mueller, as they crop the top 3 for the podium. Fourth place is Will Morgan. Fifth place is James Mazzaroli. Sixth place, Billy Mole, followed by seventh place by Stevie Banks. Eighth place by Troy Dooley. Ninth place by Troy Stone Street. And 10th place, I'm assuming, is Ryan. No, it's telling me Ryan Nielsen, then Brandon Levin, but I'm not too sure. But that was a cracker of a run. Very, very, very clean racing tonight. A few little incidents here and there, but the run and game of it has been spectacular. These boys are still racing as they're coming around the final corner. Levin has got Jason Douglas all over him, putting the pressure on. Is he going to be able to make him take it all the way through? He's trying to take it a cute line, but I think that Levin's just got a little bit too much pace on him there. Oh, Douglas trying to take a bit of a shortcut. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. He's taking the inside line. Oh, quite enough to make an impact, but Levin takes that off him at the very end. What a great bit of racing all the way around. Great stuff there by all these drivers. A lot of fun. Race control. We'll have James Scott, Ryan Leonard, and Ryan Mueller up to the booth. We'll have the Pro-Am winner and also the Am winner. That was an absolute cracker. Probably not one of the most exciting races we've had, but we've had some cracking passes tonight. Some very clean moves. And, mate, I still had fun. I loved it. I hope the viewers loved it as much as we did.
Yeah, that was a really interesting race. We did see a lot of interesting incidents out there, and yeah, it looks like the puntage I reported at the end featured Christopher Blanchard, I think.
I think that was the only really option, really, was to make those big sweeping moves, because there wasn't really enough under brakes action and stuff like that. So it is what it is. We've got Mr. Tyson McAvoy in the booth, mate. Tyson, what brings you in here, mate?
Who's our AM winner, please?
AM winner. Kobe, can you see who the AM winner is? Brett Taylor, the crazy Tasmanian from Geelong, is the AM winner. So we'll have him in there as well. Leonard is in there at the moment, waiting. We'll see James Scott pop in there soon. But Mr. Brett Taylor, who's a fan favourite here. You boys don't know me that well yet, but I love to sing out loud for the underdogs, and Brett Taylor is one of those ones that gets super pumped up when he comes in the room and loves a win. And he's had a few that we've had. I think we had him on the news doing a nudie run after one, being chased by a Tasmanian devil. But we'll see what sort of mood he is in tonight. He hasn't had a top step this year yet, I don't think. So it's going to be hopefully a passionate one if we can get him in here. But before he comes, let's have a quick shout out to Warren and Brown Tools for looking after the series for the V8 Supercars Championship. They've been with us for a long time and supported us all the way. Grim Industries, the home of the V8 coffee table. If you watch Top Gear Australia, you'll see that V8 table sitting there right in the middle. And the legend has just moved premises, and hopefully we'll get some photos soon. And he's doing things like Lamborghini engines, Aston Martins, Ferraris, some cracking stuff he's doing out of tables. Shunt Scenery, if you're into flight simulators and you will need some sceneries done, reach out to Greg Barber. His company does that. Phoenix Driver Development for all your driver training and team training. They've done a bit of work with my team. Some of these boys have benefited maybe 3 to 5 tenths per session, just from a couple of little pointers here and there. Mozaracing, who has been on board for this year for the Super Formula Lights, Night Shift Apparel, Night Shift Collection, I should say, who are also one of our stream sponsors. And I don't believe I've forgotten anyone. But if I have, I'm sorry. It's been a hell of a night. And where are these boys? We have got Troy Dooley in there. Brett Taylor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to drag this legend in. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tasmanian Devil from Geelong, who loves a nudie run in the cold and has a blast every time he comes in here and pumps us up like crazy. Mr. Brett Taylor, the amateur winner for the night.
Jiggy.
How are you, buddy?
Good, buddy. Good, mate. Jeez, it's been a while since we've spoke.
I was just saying, matey, I think we haven't spoken this year.
No, we haven't.
I'm
All
starting
last.
to feel like Santa Claus only gets to talk to you once a year, or maybe the tooth fairy.
that's what
All your
Mrs.
teeth are
said.
gone.
That's what the missus says, mate. She only sees me once a year. Anyway, that was pretty good. I really like this track.
It was what was it about? Was it just good pace, flowing?
Yeah, it's just really
What was the
flowy.
secret out there?
There's no secret with me, mate. She's just put your head down and have a dip. It's really flowy though. Really flowy. The first turn 1 and 2 and 3, I was worried about. I thought that was going to be carnage at the start, but we all got through that pretty clean. And from there, I just tried to hang on the back of the faster blokes and see if I could have a crack.
And a crack you did, mate. Hopefully, we won't see that crack.
A crack I did.
Mate, this is what is this number 3?
Is it?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's number 3.
You're guilty. Look out.
Yeah, I think this is number
Hello,
3,
my
mate. This is your first for this year.
Yeah,
but
right.
This is number 3. So you got to get another one to equal last year, and maybe another third one. But the pace is looking good, mate. The car's looking good. You've got Scotty Weston coming back next week, so a bit more motivation.
Yeah, well, Scotty will come back, and then I'll race next Tuesday, and then I'm off to the mother country, or I'm off to Queensland for a couple of weeks, so I'll miss a couple of weeks.
The mother country, you go to Queensland.
Yeah, no, going to Queensland, not the mother country. I thought I was going back to Tassie.
I thought you were going back to England like the convict you are.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no, I'm a convict, mate. Not going back there. They send us down here.
Lovely,
Yeah,
mate.
so next week, and then I'm off
for Brent, mate. You can have a holiday of a lifetime.
I will, yeah.
So you're going to be gone for how many weeks?
2 weeks. I think we're driving back on the Monday, so I should be home for the Tuesday race. So, which I think it's the 8th or the 9th of September or something like that. 7th, 8th, something like that. Otherwise, unless the kids do me head in and I have to stop the extra night and come home on the Wednesday. But
or you just leave them there.
Yeah, or could I'll just pull over on the side of the road and say, here you go, toilet break, kids, and then go.
Just don't attach them to the back of the car like a dog on the bumper bar.
No. I do that at the bush. No one can see me.
Mate, I love it. It's good to have you out here again, mate. And the team's looking good.
Yeah, we're doing well, man. Doing well.
A bit of pace out there. Seems like everyone's enjoying it. You enjoying the season so far?
Absolutely loving it, mate. Loving it. I mean, obviously it gets a bit monotonous. I mean, I got lapped there, and I was in position 21. I got lapped. I mean, come on. Anyway, these blokes are flat out. I just said that to them in the groom room. I don't know if
38 cars on track with three levels of drivers. Blue flags, any issues? Was it good to get out of the way? Was it easy?
Well, I only really had blue flags on that second or that last lap. So I knew I wasn't racing them, so I just got out of the way and said, "It's all yours, boys. Just go through."
You're a living legend, mate. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, the AMS winner for tonight of round 4 of the V8 Supercars from Warren Brown, Mr. Brett Taylor. Brett, who gets you on track and supports you, buddy?
Yeah, mate. So obviously the boys, Scotty and Craig, EWT Racing. We've got a shout out for GMK Logistics, A Training, all things hearing, racecraft simulations, Taz Auto Sports. And if I've forgotten anybody else, just send me a message and kick me in the backside. But everyone on fire. You're beauty. Thanks very much. Thank you, Mother, for the rabbits and all the stew that you put in it.
Love your work, mate. Love your work. Get out there, and I want to see you on CCTV doing a nudie run, mate.
Oh, it's on. I'll send you the tape.
On for young and old.
I'll send you the tape. If I find it on the news, mate, I know that you've leaked it.
All right. Take care. I'll have a look at my boys on Facebook. See you, buddy.
All right. Thanks, fellas.
The living legend as he lives and breathes, he's out of there. What a character that is, James. We've got Troy Dooley in the room, who is coming through as the Pro-Am winner for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, Troy Dooley, our Pro-Am winner for tonight, round 3. Welcome to the room, Mr. Dooley. How the hell was that?
Pretty good, Sinka. How's yourself, mate? It was a pretty good race. Enjoyed it.
Loving it, mate. Loving it. I've got the new team here with me, James and Kobe in the background, and we are having an absolute blast. How was it for you?
Yeah, she's a tough track. She's probably new to everyone, so hence why probably up the pointy end, because I spent most of the day practicing.
Oh, nice, mate. Man of leisure. Got the most of the day practicing. You decided which race line you're going to take as your quali line, which race line you're going to take as your passing line. You had everything planned.
Yeah, just trying to keep it on the black stuff is the important part. But
you're the lead driver in your team at the moment, mate. What's going on?
Oh, I think Cowie's got distractions at home.
He does, doesn't he?
He does. So
he does. We won't go to that on our broadcast.
Yeah.
Cowie's in love. Cowie's in love.
So he's not spending as much time as practicing as he used to. So that's probably his excuse at the moment.
Well, we'll let that slide, don't you reckon, mate? Every man has his day when he falls in love, and you got to just do that, you know.
Absolutely.
The best man's a wingman who just supports you all the way through. But mate, cracking battles out there. You got really mixed up into some really good ones. You get a battle pack of about 4 or 5 cars for a long way through. A bit scary moments. Nothing that was too bad, or how did it feel?
Felt really comfortable. Yeah, didn't really have any scary moments at all. So yeah, just let the faster boys go and just do my own thing.
Nice. You're one of the smart ones out there, mate. One of the smart ones. Well, mate, who gets you and the boys out on track and supports you at home, mate?
Yeah, just like to thank West End Motor Group, Cowie Music and Track Racer and Too Easy Finance, and just thank the small team and thank the sponsors for putting on SRW. So it's all really good.
Excellent, mate. Well, we'd love to have you up here, mate. Hang on, is this your first top step for the year?
It would be, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, it is. It is. You've come close a few times, but yeah, it's been a while between drinks, mate. Well, you keep practicing. Take the lead team driver's position off Cowie and go for it, mate.
Yeah, all right, buddy. Too easy. Thanks very much, guys.
Take care and good luck for the rest of the season, mate.
All right.
Well, James, who do you want to interview? You going to do Ryan or you want to do Ryan?
I think I'll interview Rayon.
Ryan.
Mr.
Okay.
Leonage.
I'll grab Mr. Ryan Mueller. Ladies and gentlemen, and Grandma Lee Mueller, welcome to the booth, Mr. Ryan Mueller, who's got himself a very comfortable third place for round 4. Some considerable points out there for the title, getting in and amongst it tonight, but having a quiet one tonight, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, not much going on apart from blue flags, which was making it interesting. Sometimes I almost got smashed into. Other times it was pretty good, but yeah, it was pretty boring.
Are we keeping you up, mate? You sound like you're ready to go to sleep. Was it that boring out there tonight?
Yeah, there was nothing really going on past lap 2 or 3. I hung in there for a bit.
Yeah.
And tried to get Scott straight away like I usually do, but yeah, I couldn't get it done, and yeah, just pretty slow after that.
These boys are absolute weapons in front of you, aren't they? Once they get away from the toe, they're so hard to catch, aren't
they? Yeah, it's difficult. It's just got the setup over us still. We've been getting quicker and quicker. Like the quali car was pretty good. I think we're only a 10th or 2 off James that one, which was good. But just need to work on the race car still.
Well, your pace in the last, I think it might have been more track specific tonight because your pace the first 3 rounds was very close and up there with them. Like you were the only one, even the quali tonight, you were the only one to get up there in the 30 in the low 39s with them. But the last few rounds, I think you've been very much on the money. But tonight was just a bit too flowy and too long in the tooth.
Yeah, the short races were pretty good, and like even at the bend in that first race, I just got to the lead and I had so much confidence that I could just drive away, and the car just stayed on most of the time. But tonight it was car was off really bad in the first stint, and then towards the back end of both the stints it just started hooking up again and driving, and I was within a couple of tenths of the front 2 again, so we just need to work on the initial part of the race and get the car to stay on the whole time.
Well, mate, you've had a cracking season so far. You've mixed it up with these boys. You've pulled away from your arch nemesis Billy Mole this season, so you've got a bit more pace on him than you had in the past. So that part of it's working for you. Outright third at the moment, I think, in the series. Who gets you on track and supports the Mueller family, mate?
Everyone at PER for all their ongoing support. Lake Edge Holiday Units, Majors Garage for the awesome setups, One Shot Pest Management, Track Racer, 8 Rivers Photography, our partner W Energy Drinks, and you guys for the good broadcast.
Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations. Good to see you out in the top steps again. It is the third one, but the top one's coming, mate. I can feel it in my bones. Keep up the good work and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, boys.
Cheers, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the second step of the podium. The little legend, Ryan Leonard from Phoenix Driver Development, with a cracking bit of pace tonight. Mr. Ryan Leonard, welcome to the booth, mate. How the hell are you?
Yep, I'm alright, thanks. Didn't drive the greatest tonight.
James, you got a
Well-
few questions for him?
I do. You know, your qualifying pace was outstanding. You were the only one in the 38s. I mean, first of all, just take us through that lap.
Yep, I think we put a decent amount of work into it going in and felt like we had good quali pace at least. So it was just, full push, just found whatever worked best. Didn't really have anything to go off for, like, a guide of where our pace was at, so it was all just keep trying to improve on what we were doing. That's about it.
Yeah, we saw you take a nice early lead there, and you were looking to pull away from James, and then all of a sudden he just kind of caught you up and passed you. We weren't sure if you had gotten a slowdown or anything. What exactly went on with that?
Yep. So I wasn't pushing too hard initially in the first stint. I just wanted to sort of save tires, and I think we did do that a little bit. But then I got 2 slowdowns, and then dropped a fair bit back. And then just tried to play catch up from there. Second stint got there almost, and then some lap traffic and stuff, and then another slowdown later on with some screen freezes here and there that didn't help.
Whereabouts was the slowdown, mate? Which was the tricky corner?
Oh, I can't remember. I think it was like turn 5, and then a couple corners later, and then somewhere like turn 2 or something. I can't exactly remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like, because in my experience at this track, the track limits are a bit dubious and hard to predict. Like sometimes you can cut it a lot more than usual, and then sometimes you can't. And I imagine that's what you were noticing and dealing with as well here.
Yeah, I did notice the same thing. I was thinking that at the last corner, I think that's where I got one of my slowdowns. And then I saw another car taking about the same amount of track or even more and didn't get a slowdown. So I think it's a little bit, dubious around here and a little bit unclear. And at some corners as well, you can't really feel on the track where you are, and then it's just a slowdown. So it's a bit hard to gauge around here.
Too new a track?
What was that, sorry?
Too new a track.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
That does tend to happen.
Few patches away from being a quality track.
Yeah, but it's a good fun track though. I think just needs some, little improvements like that, and it'll be really good fun to race.
Cracking stuff, mate. Any more questions there, James? Before we punt young Leonard out?
Nope, I think it's time for him to get his sponsors, plugs, and shoutouts together.
I just want to ask you one more question before you go. How's the real world car going, mate? Is it coming together? What's the next stint? I know Dad's been out.
Yep, it is coming together nicely. For the most part, we've got everything we want to do so far. And then I think we got another track day on Saturday. So it'll be good to test out the last few things that we've done recently.
Excellent, mate. Well, it's good to see you having fun out there. I've seen the developments in the Facebook chitter chatter with all the new gear that's coming through. So congratulations on there. Who gets you and the team out on track, buddy?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Hybrid Racing Simulations, Melbourne Hydrographics Depot, Aramex Heatherton, DHF Tires, RSW Graphics, Bubbles and Balloons, and Phoenix Drive Development. Usual setups for all the generations of the V8 Supercar. We also do one-on-one coaching and then also group coaching if you want as well. And we do seasonal setups and coaching as well for the official calendar of iRacing. So get in touch on Facebook or Discord with either me or Dad. And I'd like to thank Dad for the strategy and the setup, and you guys for putting on the show.
Excellent work, mate. Congratulations on another podium. Tonight was probably some critical points as well, so put you in good stead for the rest of the season. Congratulations, and see you on track next week, and good luck for the rest of the season, dude.
Thank you very much. See ya.
Cheers, bud. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've left him in the booth for the longest. He's been out in the front on his own for the longest time as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Warren and Brown Tools V8 Supercars round 4 winner, Mr. James Scott. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How's it going?
What's going on tonight, mate? Everyone's come in here so relaxed. Was it just a relaxing run? It wasn't adrenaline pumping as usual?
Yeah, maybe. I'm never too worried about what goes on, you know. Next to no practice for tonight. Just literally like 5 laps yesterday and however many I did in the practice session that I just got home from work in time. So not too much practice. So yeah, no, it was fun though.
It was fun. You had a few bit of early fighting there with Leonard and Mueller for a bit. The quality times where you guys were swapping as well for not a lot as well. It was barely anything in it in the end. Quality setup and race setup, two different things, or was it pretty similar?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't do enough laps. I literally just raced it up with take some fuel out and hope for the best. Yeah, no, it was a setup from I can't remember where it was from, but one of the racing tracks we've driven at. Might have even been the Bend last week. Just changed.
Well, it's not too dissimilar, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's,
yeah,
got some
pretty
similar
flowy.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty smooth. Yeah, no, I think it was the Bend. Literally just plug and play that, and it turned out alright.
So how do you rate this track? Is it up there with ones you like, or a bit of a nah?
Yeah, I actually don't mind it. I've never driven here before last night, so yeah, literally had to literally buy the track. But yeah, no, it was good fun. It was good fun.
Excellent. Well, the pace was out there. You got a little bit bogged down at the start, and Rian got off on you with some great pace in the first few quarters. You got a bit of a slowdown. It sort of let you get in there. But once you got in once you get in the free air, you establish the weapon. You're fast amongst the traffic as well. But once you get in the rhythm and free air, it's like there's no chance catching you. You just seem to go into automatic mode and just keep hitting them left after left after lap.
Yeah, I think this car's a bit hard. I find it a bit hard to follow closely. You know, if you're like 1.5 seconds back, it's alright. But when you sort of get like 0.8 or something, which is sort of what I got to Rehan in that first stint, he was out to like 1.5 or something after the first lap. I was, slowly chipping away. I thought the tire life was pretty good. And then got to like that 0.8 or something like that. And was, just chilling around 0.6 to 0.8. And then he got to slow down. Once you sort of can spot your apexes and all that stuff, makes it a fair bit easier.
Yeah. What was it like with the wear on the front left? Was it showing up much or not really?
No, I thought the car was pretty good, to be honest, considering I did no setup work. Yeah, I thought the tyre life was pretty solid. Way better than what it was at Hockenheim. That was horrific. But yeah, no, it was pretty solid here.
Well, it's good to hear you had a tough setup at one of the tracks at least, mate. A big question: how was Friday night? I mean Sunday night.
Yeah, mate, that was awesome. Yeah, I haven't really been driving the Gen 3 all that much. I've been doing a bit of driving in the GT3s, so that was good fun. Got to test a few different cars. I wasn't sure what was going to be the fastest, but I think the Ford was the best, maybe there. No idea what's going to happen next week.
Yep.
Fun little track, Road Atlanta in the GT3, but yeah, no, those cars are really awesome. You can literally just push the whole stint, and yeah, it's unlike the V8, you sort of have a few slides and you got no grip, but and the GT3, yeah, thing's awesome. You just on the limit the whole stint, which is good fun.
Not that I saw much of the fight out there, but you guys were having a cracker out there at the front. I spent most of my time in the pits after taking myself out 3 times. But a lot of fun. So those drivers out there who are registered with SRW, it's a free sesh. We're running Sunday nights GT3s. Where'd you say we were at this week?
I think Road Atlanta this
I
week.
think you're right, Road Atlanta, yep. So come out 8 p.m. qualifying, and this legend was up there, but he didn't have it all your own way, did you? You had a few SRW drivers around you as well. So you had a few guys fighting for competition out there. So it was good to see, mate. You've had a long day. You got work tomorrow. Who gets Mr. James Scott out on track and supports him in all his sim endeavours?
Yeah, thanks to all the guys at the Chiefs, Aussie Broadband, Westfield, Logitech G. Awesome for those guys. You guys each and every week for the broadcast. Everyone out there, that was a good fun race. Just Rehan for a good hour. And yeah, hopefully we can see some more cars. Although there was like 40 something out there on Sunday night. So yeah, if you don't have to come over a race, it was good fun out there last week.
Yeah, it is. It is cracking. All our series seem to have some good numbers at the moment. Well, congratulations, mate. The title fight is on. We've got round 4, so we've got 5 rounds to go for some awesome racing. Congratulations, and see you next week.
Thanks, fellas.
Cheers, buddy. Well, Mr. Watson, that's another cracking night at the Warren and Brown V8 Supercars with some amazing drivers out there and some very talented human beings out there in these V8s. I tell you what, some of these guys, they can drive bloody anything. James Scott took the night out on GT3s on Sunday night as well. But title fight is still on, still a lot to go. Probably not the most action-packed track for what we're used to, but again, some spectacular driving, some spectacular fighting.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous, I will admit, especially it being not a sprint night. I'd be like, ooh, it might get a little too spread out. It might be a bit tough for the drivers, but they proved me wrong because we still had quite a bit of battling going on throughout the field and throughout the race. Like that one scrap with Jace Douglas and Ryan Nielsen before things started going a little funhouse mirror. That was a lot of fun to watch. So it was still a great night, all things considered.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of little battles that we got out of the mid packs and the back marking packs as well. So the AMs, Pro AMs, put on a bit of a show tonight for us as well. Didn't have it all taken away from them by the pros like in the last few weeks. But another great night. Thank you, viewers, for coming out there. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification button and let us know what you think of it, comments, all that sort of thing. And please don't forget we are on tomorrow night at 7:50 for the mozaracing Super Formula Lights. So some awesome fighting there. Top 13 will go on to the Australian Open World Nationals. Then there's also on Thursday nights, you'll join me and Kobe and James again for the Warren and Brown Toyota Gira 86 Nationals. Some cracking door-to-door fighting. Every round There's 30 to 40 cars on track, so there's always action from the front of the grid to the back of the grid. On Sunday nights, come and join us for the GT3 SRW Challenge, where we have a lot of fun and just get out there amongst it. And the boys are racing with the live race control, just not live broadcast, so I can have a bit of fun as well. But look out for that, because we might do a few replay broadcasts as well on that sort of stuff, because the racing was off the hook. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all to our sponsors, Warren and Brown Tools, mozaracing, Grim Industries, Night Shift Collection, the boys at mozaracing, and the legend at Grim Industries, the boys at Phoenix Driver Development. Come and get a hold of them if you want to improve, you want to get faster. Great little techniques they use out there to help you get your pace and shunt sceneries. Thank you, James.
Yes, sir.
And thank you, Kobe, in the back. See you all soon. And I'll see you all tomorrow night. Thank you for joining us, and catch you later.